Yo, listen to me. You woke up today, and that means you got another shot. Don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care who counted you woke up. That means God gave you breath, gave you life, gave you life. And that's not a small thing. Here's the question. What are you doing with it? You say you have dreams? Good. Now, what are you doing about it? Because dreams without grind are just wishes. You think success is gonna come knock on your door while you're sleeping in. You think your dream is gonna chase you? No, you gotta wake up and chase it every single day. You want that business? Wake up at 4 a.m. and build it. You want that scholarship? Turn off Netflix and study. You want a better life? Then stop waiting and start moving. People ask me all the time, how do I stay motivated? I tell them, remember your why. Remember the nights you cried. Remember the days you felt like giving up. They say, and never again. So from this day forward, I need you to make a decision. Don't just wake up. Wake up and work. Wake up and chase. Wake up and dominate. Because you already have everything you need inside of you. Now it's time to stop talking and start doing. Wake up and chase your dreams like your life depends on it. Because it does. Let's get it. Waking up is something most people take for granted. Every day, millions of people open their eyes, get out of bed, and step into the world without realizing the power in that single moment. But waking up isn't just a routine, it's a gift. It's an opportunity. It's another shot at life, at your goals, at your dreams. The fact that you woke up today means you have breath in your lungs, purpose in your body, and a mission to fulfill. Some people didn't get that chance. Some people went to bed last night with plans for today and didn't wake up. But you did, and that means something. You see, the moment your eyes opened this morning, you were given a blank canvas. What you choose to do with it is entirely up to you. And that's the part that separates the winners from the watchers. Winners understand that waking up isn't just about continuing life. It's about creating life. It's about stepping into your potential and doing something with the time you've been given. Because time is the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's gone. So when you wake up, understand the weight of the opportunity you hold in your hand. Some people hit the snooze button without thinking twice. They roll over, go back to sleep, and give up an hour of life that they'll never get back. But successful people, those who chase dreams, they don't hit snooze. They don't hit snooze. Take mornings lightly. They get up with purpose. They wake up with hunger. They understand that just waking up isn't enough. It's what you do after you wake up that counts. You've got to realize that every morning you wake up is another chance to start over, to course correct, to build, to grow, to become the person you were meant to be. Maybe yesterday didn't go as planned. Maybe you didn't execute like you should have. Maybe you let fear win. But today, because you woke up, you get to try again. You get to push harder, run faster, and think bigger. You're not bound to yesterday's mistakes. You're free to rewrite your story. But only if you take waking up seriously. This isn't about being busy for the sake of being busy. It's about being intentional with your time, your energy, your talent. Every single morning, you have the opportunity to move one step closer to the life you've been dreaming of. But you have to wake up and recognize the privilege in front of you. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for perfect conditions. But the truth is, the perfect moment is now. Because now is all you got. So don't just open your eyes and let the hours slip by. Don't drift through your day like it doesn't matter. Wake up and get focused. Wake up and set goals. Wake up and chase them like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Your future self is counting on you to show up today. Your dream is depending on your actions right now. You've been given the power to change your life. And it starts with waking up and realizing that power. You have to stop treating your mornings like they're optional. You have to stop acting like you'll always have another chance. Because one day you won't. One day, the opportunity will be gone. And when that day comes, will you be able to say you gave it your all? That you woke up with purpose, with fire, with commitment? Or will you regret the time you wasted, the mornings you slept through, the chances you let go? Every time you wake up, it's the universe, where God, if you believe, giving you a fresh page in your book. What will you write today? Will it be the same story of excuses and hesitation? Or will it be a story of growth, courage, and relentless action? You control the pen. You control the plot. And the first sentence of that story begins the moment you open your eyes. So don't ever treat waking up like it's just another habit. It's your starting line. And every day you get out of bed with breath in your lungs and strength in your body, you already winning. But only if you recognize that truth and act on it. You woke up. That means you're alive. That means you still got a shot. Now don't waste it. Dreams are beautiful. They give us vision and a sense of purpose. They light up our imagination and show us what's possible beyond our current situation. But dreams on their own are not enough. You can have the most vivid dream in the world. See it clearly, feel it in your soul, talk about it every day. But if you don't put in the work, if you don't take action, that dream will stay locked in your mind, never becoming reality. That's the harsh truth most people don't want to accept. They think dreaming is the same as doing, but it's not. Dreams require action, or else they're just fantasy. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect conditions, thinking the universe is going to deliver their dreams on a silver platter. They believe that because they want it badly enough, it'll eventually show up. But dreams don't work like that. Dreams don't care how bad you want them. They respond to how hard you work for them. You can pray, visualize, speak affirmations all day long, but if you're not putting in the work, none of it matters. You want success, you have to earn it. You want to build something great, you have to sweat for it. You want to change your life? Then get ready to grind. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And the price isn't cheap. It costs time. It costs comfort. But the result, worth every second. You have to be willing to do what others won't. While others are sleeping, you need to be planning. While others are relaxing, you need to be building. While others are talking about what they're going to do, one day you need to be out there doing it now. Because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dream. You got to chase it like your back's against the wall. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not luck. It's not intelligence, execution. It's the people who wake up every day and put in the work, even when they don't feel like it. Especially when they don't feel like it. You won't always be motivated. That's normal. But if your dream matters to you, discipline will take over where motivation falls short. There will be days when everything feels like it's going against you. You'll be tired, frustrated, discouraged. You'll question if you're good enough. But even in those moments, you still have to move. You still have to act. Because dreams are fragile. They don't survive neglect. They need energy, fuel, commitment. Without those things, they fade away. And too many people have watched their dreams die because they waited instead of worked. Think about where you want to be a year from now. 5 years from now, what does your life look like? What kind of person do you want to become? Whatever that vision is. Understand that the only thing standing between you and that reality is what you do starting today, not what you hope for, not what you talk about, what you do. That means making sacrifices. That means staying in when others go out. That means turning off distractions and focusing on your craft, your business, your goal. Every moment spent in action builds momentum. Every step forward is a brick laid in the foundation of your future. And the more consistent you are, the more that dream becomes tangible, something real, something solid. But you have to show up. Not just when it's easy, not just when it's exciting, but every single day. The boring days, the long days, the days when nobody is watching. Because that's where winners are made, not on the stage, but in the dark, quiet hours when they choose to grind while the world sleeps. There's a reason why so few people live their dreams. Because the road is hard, it's uncomfortable. It demands more from you than you think you have. But here's the secret, you do have it. Everything you need is already inside you. The work just brings it out. You were built for this, but you gotta trust the process and take the first step, then another, then another. You can't afford to be passive. You can't afford to just dream. Every day you waste is a day further from your goal. Every excuse you make is a step backward. Time doesn't wait for anyone. And every minute you spend hesitating is time someone else is spending grinding. There's no room for laziness if you want greatness. No room for comfort if you want change. So take the dream you've been holding in your heart and back it with action. Get uncomfortable. Get disciplined. Get focused. Chase it relentlessly without apology. Because one day you'll either be living your dream or regretting you didn't do more to make it real. And that choice, that outcome, is completely up to you. Nobody said the journey would be easy. If chasing your dreams was simple, everyone would do it. But the truth is, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. It's full of setbacks, failures, doubts, and moments when quitting seems like the easiest option. That's why perseverance matters so much. It's not about how talented you are or how perfect your plan is. It's about how badly you want it and how willing you are to keep going when everything tells you to stop. Most people give up too soon. They hit one wall, one failure, one rejection, and they throw in the towel. They think a no means it's over. They think a closed door is the end of the road. But people who achieve great things, the ones who actually live their dreams, they see every obstacle as a test. They understand that success doesn't come to those who try once. It comes to those who try again and again and again, even when the odds are against them. You have to make a decision early on. Are you going to be the kind of person who stops when it's hard or the kind of person who keeps going no matter what? Because make no mistake, it will get hard. You'll fail at some point. You'll be disappointed. You'll have plans that don't work out. You'll face people who don't believe in you, who talk behind your back, who say you're not good enough or smart enough or talented enough. But none of that matters unless you believe them. And if you let them stop you, you weren't chasing a dream. You were chasing comfort. Perseverance means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means grinding on the days when motivation is gone. It means falling, getting back up, brushing yourself off, and trying again with the same intensity. Sometimes even more than before. It means choosing discipline over emotion, consistency over convenience. That's what separates dreamers from achievers. It's easy to be excited at the beginning. It's easy to talk about your goals when they're fresh and shiny. But what about 6 months in, when nothing's changed yet? What about when the results are slow and people are questioning you and the work feels repetitive? That's when most people quit. Not because they can't do it, but because they stop believing it's worth doing. They lose sight of the dream. They forget why they started. But you can't afford to forget. You have to remind yourself every day why you're doing this. You have to carry that vision in your mind and your heart at all times. You have to speak to yourself with encouragement when no one else is cheering. That's perseverance. That's perseverance. That's what it means to chase a dream and not stop until it's yours. The truth is, every great success story has a chapter of struggle, of failure, of hardship. But the common thread between all those stories isn't luck, it's perseverance. Think of the athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders you admire. They didn't just wake up successful, they endured. They kept pushing when it hurt. They got rejected and still kept going. They heard a no 100 times before getting one yes. But that one yes changed everything. And it only came because they didn't give up. Perseverance isn't just about continuing, it's about growing. Every challenge teaches you something. Every failure makes you sharper. Every delay builds your patience. And all of that, all those hard, painful, uncertain moments, they're shaping you into the person who's capable of handling the dream when it arrives. Because if the dream came easy, you wouldn't be ready for it. You wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't be strong enough to sustain it. But when you fight for it, really fight for it, you become the version of yourself that can not only reach it, but hold on to it. This is why quitting isn't an option. This is why you can't just walk away when things get tough. And so what's on the other side of that struggle is everything you've been working for. And if you give up, you never get to see it. You never get to know what could have been. That regret will haunt you far more than any failure ever could. You have to be willing to keep showing up even when the results are invisible. That's what people don't understand. Sometimes the breakthrough is right after the breakdown. Sometimes the reward is right after the moment you almost quit. But you'll never know if you don't keep going. There will be nights you cry, mornings you don't want to get out of bed, times when it feels like everything is stacked against you. And during those moments, you want to take the easy way out, but don't. Push one more time, try one more time. Hold on a little longer, because the dream is still possible, and you haven't come this far just to stop now. Perseverance also means adapting. It means being flexible in your approach while staying firm in your purpose. Sometimes the dream doesn't die. The method just needs to evolve. If something isn't working, change the strategy, not the goal. Keep your eyes fixed on the prize, but be willing to pivot, to grow, to learn, to do whatever it takes to keep moving forward. That's how real success is built. You're gonna face distractions. You're gonna face critics. You're gonna face fear. And you're going to have to walk through it all without letting it consume you. Perseverance means looking fear in the face and moving anyway. It means doing the work with tears in your eyes, frustration in your chest, and uncertainty in your heart. Because you know deep down, this dream is yours and you're not going to stop until it's real. No matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you fail, no matter who walks away, who doubts you, who tells you to give up. Keep going, keep grinding, keep climbing, keep climbing. Because every step forward is progress. Every day you don't quit is a win. Every battle you fight is a step closer to your breakthrough. And one day you'll look back and realize every struggle was worth it. Every tear, every setback, every sleepless night, it all led you here. You'll see how the pain shaped your strength, how the delays taught you patience, how the failure built your resilience. And that dream that once lived in your heart, it'll be right in front of you. Real, solid, earned. But that future version of you, they only exist because you didn't give up. Because you persevered. Because when everyone else stopped, you kept going. And that's what it takes to turn dreams into reality. Relentless effort, undeniable belief, and the courage to keep going no matter what. When you decide to chase your dreams, you have to understand something very important. Time will not wait for you. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. And while you're sitting there doubting yourself, scrolling through social media, making excuses, or waiting for the right moment, someone else is already out there grinding. Someone else is waking up early, putting in the hours, pushing through the pain, and getting ahead. Because they understand that time is time. Time is the most valuable resource they have. You can't control the past. You can't always control the future. But you can control what you do with your time today. Time is the great equalizer. We all get 24 hours in a day. The difference isn't how much time you have, it's how you use it. You say you want to be successful, you say you want to live your dream life, then you can't afford to waste time. You can't afford to procrastinate. You can't afford to procrastinate. You can't keep saying tomorrow and then doing nothing today. Dreams aren't built on wishes. They're built on work. And that work takes time. Time you have to invest every single day. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they have more time than they actually do. I'll start next week. Oh, get serious next year. I'm still young. I've got plenty of time. But here's the truth. Nobody knows how much time they have. Life is short and it moves fast. Before you know it, years have gone by and your dream is still just a dream because you kept putting it off. You kept waiting for perfect conditions, but perfect never comes. The right time is now, and the best time to begin is today. People love to talk about their dreams, but most won't do the work. Most won't sacrifice time from Netflix, from video games, from scrolling their phone, from late nights out. Most won't wake up at 5 a.m. to work on their goals. Most won't give up comfort in exchange for progress. But the ones who do, they're the ones who win, they're the ones who make it. Not because they're better, but because they respect time. They value every minute, they show up daily. They move with urgency. Ask yourself this, what are you doing with your time? Are you investing it or wasting it? Every day you wake up and choose what kind of person you want to be. One who creates their future or one who delays it. And here's the kicker. Success doesn't demand perfection. It demands consistency. It's about using your time wisely over and over again until the small steps become big results. It's about choosing progress over distraction, action over comfort, purpose over passivity. You don't need to overhaul your whole life overnight, but you do need to start making small, intentional choices with your time. Read a book that sharpens your skill. Practice your craft for 30 minutes a day. Work on that business plan every evening instead of watching 3 hours of TV. Wake up an hour earlier to write, study, or build. 1 hour a day might not seem like much, but over time, it compounds. That's the power of using your time with purpose. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary lives. People say, hey, I don't have time, but that's rarely true. What they really mean is, I'm not prioritizing my dream. Because when something really matters to you, you make time. You find a space. You say no to distractions. You get organized. You show up. So don't lie to yourself. If your dream matters, prove it. Protect your time like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. You can lose money and earn it back. But once you lose time, it's gone forever. Sometimes you'll feel like it's taking too long. You'll look at your effort and not see the reward. Not yet. That's normal. Growth takes time. Dreams take time, but they only become reality if you keep using your time to move toward them. If you keep planting seeds, eventually something will grow. But if you stop planting, if you stop watering, nothing happens. That's how people fail. Not because they weren't capable, but because they stopped showing up when it got slow. Use time to your advantage. Let it be your friend, not your enemy. Build routines that serve your dream. Structure your day around productivity. Use calendars, planners, to-do lists, whatever it takes to get intentional. Stop letting time slip through your fingers. Stop living in someday. There's only today. You either use it or you lose it. There is no in between. You also have to guard your time from other people. Not everyone respects your mission. Not everyone understands your vision. And if you let them, they'll eat up your hours with drama, distractions, gossip, and nonsense. That doesn't help you grow. You have to get ruthless about your time. You have to say no, not out of arrogance, but out of commitment. Because the more time you give to things that don't matter, the less time you have for the things that do. People might not get it. They might say you changed. They might call you obsessed or selfish. Let them talk. Because you're not living for their approval. You're building your future. And the truth is, when they see the results, they'll understand why you moved the way you did. Let your progress be the answer to their questions. Let your success speak for you. You don't need anyone's permission to make the most of your time. You just need discipline. You just need a reason big enough to stay focused. You need to wake up every morning and remember, this time, this day, this moment is never coming back. So you either move with purpose or you drift through life with regrets. You don't want to look back 10 years from now wishing you had started. Wishing you had stayed consistent. Wishing you had used your time more wisely. You don't want to wonder what could have happened if you had just committed. Regret is a heavy burden, and it's completely avoidable if you just act now. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation comes and goes. But discipline is a choice. It's the habit of doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is what separates people who dream from people who do. And discipline starts with your time, with how you structure it, how you protect it, and how you spend it. Every hour counts. Every day counts. So don't waste it. Don't let fear steal your time. Don't let comfort steal your focus. Don't let distractions rob you of your destiny. Be intentional. Be consistent. Be bold. The life you want is waiting, but it's only available to those who respect time and act on it. So the next time you think about skipping a workout, putting off that business idea, waiting to write that book, delaying your goals, remember, you're not just skipping a task. You're wasting the most precious thing you have. You're giving up a piece of your dream. And for what? For comfort? For distraction? For nothing. You don't need perfect condition. You need relentless effort. You need clarity. You need to stop waiting and start moving, because the clock is ticking. And every second you spend doubting, someone else is out there doing. Make the choice today. Take the action now. Respect your time. Chase your dream with urgency, like your future depends on it, because it does. When you wake up every morning with the goal to chase your dreams, it's not just about having motivation or fleeting bursts of energy. It's about building resilience. Resilience is that unshakable quality inside you that keeps you moving forward, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's what separates those who succeed from those who give up. The path to your dreams is never easy. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be moments where you feel completely defeated. But resilience is the ability to get back up every single time you fall, no matter how hard it hits. Think about it. Every success story you've ever heard wasn't just a straight line going up. It was filled with failures, rejection, and doubts, and challenges. But those winners had one thing in common. They refused to let those hardships define them. They develop mental toughness that help them keep their eyes on the prize even when the road got tough. That toughness, that inner strength is resilience. And it's something you can build, starting right now. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When you face difficulties, instead of letting them break you, you learn from them. Instead of seeing failure as the end, you see it as a lesson, a stepping stone on your journey. The more you embrace challenges, the more you grow. Every no you hear, every door that closes, every time you fall short of your expectations, those are not reasons to quit. They are opportunities to become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Chasing your dreams will test you in ways you never expected. You will face criticism, sometimes from people who don't believe in you, sometimes even from people close to you. You will experience frustration when your progress feels slow or invisible. You will encounter fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But resilience means learning to push through that fear instead of letting it stop you. It means waking up every day and deciding that your dream is bigger than your doubts. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting resilience to come naturally or magically. It doesn't. You have to develop it intentionally. Start by changing how you talk to yourself. When you make a mistake, don't call yourself a failure. Say, I didn't get it right this time, but I'm going to learn and try again. When you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself that this is temporary. Every challenge is a chance to grow. Use affirmations, journaling, or positive self-talk to build a mindset that supports resilience. Another important part of resilience is learning to manage your emotion. When things get tough, it's natural to feel upset, angry, or discouraged. But what separates resilient people is how they respond to those emotions. Instead of letting negative feelings control their actions, they acknowledge them, process them, and then refocus on their goals. Developing emotional intelligence is key. It allows you to stay calm under pressure, make better decisions, and maintain your motivation even in difficult times. Building resilience also means surrounding yourself with the right support system. No one succeeds alone. Find people who believe in your vision, who encourage you when you're down, and who hold you accountable. Connect with mentors, friends, or community that lift you up instead of tearing you down. When you have a network of support, it becomes easier to bounce back from setbacks because you're not carrying the weight alone. Remember, resilience doesn't mean you won't experience pain or failure. It means you won't let those experiences define your story. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. When you fall, you learn how to stand taller. When you get rejected, you discover new doors to knock on. When you feel like quitting, you dig deeper and find the strength you didn't know you had. This strength will fuel your journey. Because chasing your dreams is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires endurance, it requires patience, it requires believing in yourself even when no one else does. Resilience is the foundation that supports that belief. Without it, the pressure will break you, but with it, you become unstoppable. Your dreams are worth every struggle. They are worth every late night, every sacrifice, every failure, and every comeback. When you develop resilience, you're not just chasing a goal, you're transforming into the person you need to be to live that dream. You become tougher, smarter, and more capable. You build a character that can withstand any storm. So the next time you face a challenge, don't see it as a barrier, see it as a test of your resilience. Use it to sharpen your focus and deepen your commitment. Remember why you started. Remember the vision you're working toward. Let that vision fuel your determination to rise each time you fall. When you wake up and chase your dreams with resilience, you send a powerful message to yourself and the world. You will not be defeated. You will keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing. No matter how hard it gets, you will persevere because your dreams deserve that much. You owe it to yourself to be resilient, to never give up, and to keep moving forward until you reach the life you've always imagined. Resilience is your greatest ally on this journey. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it carry you through every challenge. When you do, you won't just chase your dreams, you'll catch them. No dream is too big, no goal is too far, and no ambition is unreachable when you make the conscious decision every single morning to wake up and chase your dreams. But this journey isn't simply about chasing, it's about committing, it's about walking forward when the path disappears. It's about pressing on when the world tells you to stop. It's about believing in the vision you have for your life, even when no one else can see it. That's what this whole message has been about. Not just motivation, but transformation. When you look in the mirror each morning, you need to see someone who refuses to settle. You need to see a person who understands that chasing dreams is not a hobby, it's a responsibility. You were given this life for a reason. You were given those ideas, those gifts, that vision, because it was meant to be pursued. And the moment you wake up and acknowledge that you have something worth fighting for, everything begins to change. There will be distractions. There will be disappointments. There will be moments when your heart is heavy, your energy is low, and your mind is filled with doubt. And in those moments, it becomes easy to abandon the dream. It becomes easy to say, or maybe it wasn't meant to be, or maybe I'm not good enough. But that's the moment where champions are made. That's the moment where those who achieve greatness choose to keep going. Let me be clear. Chasing your dream is not supposed to be comfortable. The discomfort is part of the process. Growth comes from pain. Strength comes from struggle. Victory comes from perseverance. If everything was easy, everyone would be living their dream life. But the truth is, most people stop when things get hard. Most people let fear win. Most people trade their vision for convenience. You can't be one of those people. Not if you want to be exceptional. And don't think for a second that you're not capable of being exceptional. You are. Greatness isn't reserved for a chosen few. It's not something you're born with. It's something you decide to pursue. You decide to stay focused. You decide to work harder than the next person. You decide to stay disciplined even when no one is watching. You decide to keep showing up when it feels like nothing is working. That's what separates winners from dreamers. Not talent, tenacity. It starts with taking your dream seriously. Stop treating it like a side project or a fantasy. Stop putting it off for someday. Someday is not a day on the calendar. All you have is today. And what you do with today determines who you become tomorrow. Every small action matters. Every hour of effort compounds. Every moment sacrifice brings you one step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know the entire path. You just need to take the next step. One step every day towards your goal. The journey will shape you. The experiences will mold you. The lessons will guide you. But you have to start. You have to begin and you have to keep going even when the results aren't immediate. Because there won't be. Real change takes time. Success is not microwave, it's slow cooked. And while you're on this journey, you must learn to celebrate the small wins. Don't wait until the dream is complete to feel proud. Every time you choose progress over comfort, every time you show up when you don't feel like it, every time you push through instead of quitting, that is a victory. Acknowledge it, appreciate it, let it fuel the next day. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. But they never let failure have the last word. They used it. They learned from it. They came back stronger. You can do the same. Your mistakes don't define you. Your response to them does. You also need to protect your vision. Not everyone will understand your dream. Not everyone will support it. Some people will doubt you. Some will mock you. Some will try to convince you to take a safer path. But that's only because they can't see what you see. They weren't given your dream. You were. And it's not their job to believe in it. It's your job. You need to believe in it more than anyone else. You need to nurture it, protect it, and fight for it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways it does. Your dream is tied to your purpose. And when you pursue that purpose relentlessly, you don't just change your life. You inspire others. You give people permission to chase their own dreams. You become a light in a world that's often filled with darkness. You create impact, and that's what makes the journey so powerful. It's not just about what you get, it's about who you get, it's about who you become and how you influence others along the way. You were not put on this earth to simply exist. You were not created to go through the motions, day after day, settling for mediocrity. You were born to do something meaningful. You were born to live fully, to dream boldly, to act fearlessly, to wake up with purpose and go to bed with fulfillment. That kind of life doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you make the decision every single day to chase your dream with everything you've got. No matter what has happened in your past, no matter where you come from, no matter how long it's been since you believed in yourself, today can be your turning point. Today, you can draw a line in the sand and say, I'm done waiting. I'm done doubting. I'm done shrinking. I'm ready to ride, ready to work, ready to chase that dream with all the strength, faith, and resilience you have inside you. There will never be a perfect time. Conditions will never be ideal. Life will always be busy, unpredictable, and full of distraction. But the dream is still calling you. Your future is still waiting on you. And deep down, you know you're capable of more. So don't waste another moment. Get up, get moving, get intentional. The time is now. The dream won't chase itself. The mountain won't climb itself. The book won't write itself. The business won't build itself. The goal won't reach itself. It all depends on you, your belief, your persistence, your refusal to quit. So tomorrow when you wake up, remember what we talked about. Remember who you are. Remember what you're working for. And go after it with a fire that cannot be extinguished. Let the world see your hunger, your drive, your commitment. Let your actions speak louder than your fear. Let your dream become your daily mission. Because in the end, it's not about how fast you get there. It's about never giving up on the journey. It's about waking up every morning and choosing your dream again and again until it's no longer just a dream, but your reality. And when that day comes, you'll look back and realize every step, every struggle, every setback was worth it because you didn't just chase your dream. You caught it, you lived it, and you became everything you were meant to be.